What you don't know is that I have a lot of sports fans in the audience, and I'm happy for that. My name's Doug Gray, and I'm really delighted to be here for a number of reasons. One is to announce the fact that we're finally able to do something we haven't been able to do before, and that's to solve a problem. It's a pretty big problem. But before I show you these slides, I want to take a risk of losing you all by asking you to play a little social experiment for about 15 seconds. I want you to turn to somebody near you. Yes, I'm serious. And I want you to say out loud a boast. It's got to be true, a personal or professional success. On your mark, get set, go. Five, four, three, two, one, stop. Okay, I need you back. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. That's enough. Hey, I'm in charge. Here we go. Thanks for your attention. So what did you notice happened right then? Thanks, Nolan. What did you notice happened right then? Action learning is all about that process. Some of you chose to verbalize. Some of you chose to listen. Some of you chose to disengage. It's often, some of you chose to talk and talk and talk, and it's hard sometimes. It's my observation that when we do this, when we turn to the people next to us, we unleash that creative potential. I love it when people do that. I wish we did more of it. In fact, that's the big problem I want us to address. So I created these apps because, and there's a free one that you can access if you want. There's little flyers around here. Because I want us to think about action learning as a tool. It's not just consulting, which, by the way, is driven in Australia and Europe. The Americans are pretty slow to use cross-functional teams in action learning. We've got huge opportunities. And I think these apps are going to be one way to focus on the I. What am I doing? So for many years, since '97, I've been an executive coach. And in that capacity, I've been able to observe things that happen in large organizations. How many of you have experienced a silo? Where, for instance, the salespeople don't talk to marketing. You know what I'm talking about? Right! And all they need to do is what you just did. Let me boast a little bit. But we're so often not encouraged to do that. It's a massive problem when I think about unleashing that creative potential. The second biggest problem that I hear all the time is accountability. It's like a money black hole. Where does it go? So companies, including our sponsors, thank you, might invest $100,000 or more into some software or CRM that goes where? What's the real value of some of those investments? It's sad. When really all we need to do is knock or call or reach out and say, hey, what are you doing? It's really good. I want you to take smarter risks. I want us all to take smarter risks. And I know that many of you are risk takers. You're sort of comfortable in that world. Some of you are entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial, and you think, I could do that. What's different about what Doug's talking about? Well, it's a contest. I'm an athlete, and for years I've set up all kinds of events. These contests we did in 2012, we did 4 of them. They were standalone events. Why? Because we're inherently competitive. What we need to do next, I believe, is create contests in the work environment so that Thursday is as exciting as Saturday when you did that Spartan race or that mud run. You were so excited about that. What if Thursday is the day when your company has a contest overlaid on top of everything else you're doing that promotes cross-functional selling, for instance, or customer service, for instance, or whatever initiatives you've got? We can help you do that. Because I've got some smart people. I want to start by recognizing Judy and Addie, who are mentors in this program. And although they're not specifically part of this team, they're tremendous. How many of you have had a mentor in your life? Everyone should be raising your hands. And as a coach, I should say, seek 6. This process for me has been tremendous. Mark and Troy have made it happen. We all need mentors. We all need to take smarter risks. And for me, that's really what this project's been about. We don't have Duke and B of A up there yet. But we've had some good impact already, and I'm excited about where we could go next. That's why I'm here today. We've got a revenue model that works like this with some organizational partners and some vendor partners, and people can pay to play. Let me give you a real quick example. Womble Carlisle, across the street, 34th floor, environmental attorneys tasked with making $1.5 million a year in revenue. Tasked. but not always talking to their colleagues in corporate finance or real estate or IP, and need to. The number one problem and complaint at every professional services firm is cross-selling. So that's what I hope we can do next. Thanks for your time and attention.
So you've actually set up a downloadable, demonstratable app that people can use tonight. Yeah, is that true?
Yep,
Talk about that.
It's easy, and it's there's some little flyers around here. One of our partners is in California. Guidebook does a bunch of events, so if you were to right now, go to Guidebook as a free app, download that, and then hit download guides, and then redeem code QCF, Queen City Forward, not very creative, will get you to a very simple app where you can see descriptions of all of these presenters and think about ways that you can incorporate this into your companies. It's simple now to develop apps. The bigger challenge is to make them meaningful, impactful, so that we actually unleash that creative potential.
Great.
Thank
Awesome.
you.